We're rolling. All right, welcome to Wilder Minds. We're always opening with some sort of treat. I got a treat for you guys today.
What do you got?
You got a little thunder stick.
Because if I'm gonna have one, you're all gonna have one. There you go, a little venison stick.
You're gonna take out the
little venison stick
out
for
the-
you.
Oh yeah.
take out the lip pillow.
Ryder's bucket.
Oh, is this Freddy's?
Courtesy of Uncle Freddy.
Oh yeah.
So good.
People are gonna get to hear us chewing on the podcast again.
Yeah. Schuster said he had to fast forward it when we had the taste test
I know.
of the On Point meals because he's like, I was basically chewing and I wasn't realizing I was chewing with you.
ASMR
Chewing along with us.
ASMR
Yeah, there you
chewing.
go.
Yeah.
Oh no, dude, Uncle Freddy.
So good.
I had to rip over this past weekend. We had to leave and go to Green Bay, and I had his deer all butchered up and everything because we were going to do it. And I'm like, man, I just don't have the time. So I gave old Uncle Freddy a call, and he's like, yeah, man, bring him on over.
And this is Ryder's buck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Michigan. He's walking around a couple weeks ago.
Yep. So
Well, he's
good,
full
though.
of cheese right now, stuffed in a sack.
Yep.
So we're eating a little.
Cheese is so good.
I
in
know.
These.
I know.
You can't go wrong with them. Good snack, good
Yeah.
treat.
So it's also one of those treats where, like, especially if you're in a truck, if you have one, you got to give the wingman one because there's so much garlic in them. We're just
yeah.
going to be a big garlic fest. So.
Well, you pop it open in the truck on the way, and if you stop at a gas station, everybody gets out and does things. You get back in the truck, you're like, it is ridiculous in here because they're open, so it just like it smells like meat.
It smells like a fart at first.
It does.
And then you're like, wait a minute. This fart smells good, actually. What is that?
Why does your fart smell good?
I was thinking, it just reminded me, and I don't know if you guys picked up on this. We'll find out. When we were flying out of the bush, coming back from dropped,
Oh, yeah.
and the pilot in the caravan decided to have a little nibble of the garlic cheese curds. You guys
Yeah.
pick up on that?
Yeah.
It
was. I
so
looked,
much sniff.
I looked
my
back
God.
at Jason. I was like, I turned around and looked at him like, "What do you got?" And he looked at me, and then we saw he was up there with his little controls.
Well, I know he smelled it because
Oh.
the proboscis on this guy.
He thought about opening it and I smelled it. I mean, that's
preemptively.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to open that and you smell garlic. Oh, it was so powerful, but that's coming off drop. Your nose is like in overtime.
so sensitive to anything that's not smoked.
I know. He was up there and he was mucking some, he had all kinds of snacks. I don't know
Oh,
if you
he was
guys saw
hammering.
that, but he was just hammering away.
I thought at first, I'm like, oh man, he burped. You know, like it was like whatever he had for breakfast. And then he was actually eating it. So I'm like, oh, okay. What do you got there?
He was up there just like a dump bear, just like hammering through shit. He'd go in his bag and like grab it. I'm like, damn, man.
Both of you have unbelievable noses. I have zero. I have my sense of smell is
Gone?
awful. It's just gone. I have nothing. It's terrible. And Katie always be like, "You smell that?" I'm like, "No, I don't." I don't know if it's post-COVID or what, but I've never really got
You
a
got the
full.
sniffer,
It's
bro.
30
Many
years of
times,
cowboy
haven't
killer smoke going up
It
there.
could be. It could be Marlboro Reds just coming out my nose, and it killed all of my olfactories. I have no idea.
It's like the opposite of popcorn lung. What's that? Your popcorn nose.
Yeah.
The hell's popcorn lung?
That's
from all those
vaping.
vapors.
The vapors.
Is that what they get?
Yeah, they get the
Yeah.
popcorn.
This is new to me. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, their
They get
lung
the
turns
popcorn
into like
lung.
a sponge. Holes in it.
When I was tailgating over there, all those
Do
kids.
we not
they
know
vape.
not to do this shit by now?
Apparently not.
All these kids vape over there, and I was at a tailgate with my daughter, and all the kids are just firing vape. And I go, "You all have these vapes." So of course I was like, "You should probably give me one. I want to see what you got here." I hit it, and the one time I hit the vape, I was like, "No, this is awful." Like, it's strawberry mint.
Oh.
That's just terrible. And then two, it just like my lungs like filled up fast, like it hurt. And I was like, no.
Is it nicotine or what's in it?
Yeah, it's just like
It's like-
it's just it's like a pouch, but it's just
Yeah.
you're hitting it, and it's just an incredible amount of smoke. Like with a cigarette, you get a little bit of it's so much, like it's like way too much smoke.
Thick.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
thick.
dissipate either.
It's
It
terrible.
just stays
Yeah,
intact.
but speaking of your noses, both of you saved probably the building and our lives in the last 2 days because we had a natural gas leak.
Yeah.
Here at the
Smelled it.
building, and literally, I was in my office, and Casey walks in and he goes, "This smells like gas," and I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "I do have a headache." He's like, "No, it smells like gas." I thought it was just a normal course of business, is why I had a headache. It turns out we called in Johnson to come over to J.E. Johnson to come over and look at the furnace because I thought that's what maybe the pilot light or something. Well, he ended up doing a test, runs around the back. the main entrance of gas has got a giant leak in it. They fixed it yesterday.
Well, that's probably good for the bill.
And so then they ran after the guy left, he did a test on all the pipes, and there's a pipe in this room over here that has a full-on natural gas leak in it. So that's shut off, which is why there's no heat in this side of the building today.
Why you could hang meat in here.
Yeah, and so there's no heat over here because it's leaking over there, and there's people in there, so we can't let the natural gas go. So they're coming tomorrow, and they're going to cut it out and put a new coupling in there because the coupling's loose. But yeah, so you guys smelled it, and both of you walked in at the same time.
I wasn't crazy.
I smelled
like,
Louis at first.
Here.
I said, it smells like deer piss in here. I went in the...
Well, Louis actually had deer piss
This is
in here.
amazing.
Louis
said,
over here.
It smells like deer piss.
Yeah.
So when you said that, here's the crazy part, is he had just finished telling me.
Yeah.
4 minutes later, Jay walks in. I mean, entered the room, was a good 8 yards away, and just goes, God, it smells like deer piss in here. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because we always joke about your nose. Anyway, go ahead.
Very
And to round that out, Louis did spill a lot of silly string deer piss on himself.
Well, it wasn't a spill.
It exploded
Talk about
on
this
him.
explosion story.
Yeah.
So they used to put doe piss, and maybe they still do, I don't know.
think they do.
In like silly string
Yeah.
cans that you could just, light it up. Well, he found one, he said, but it was like, well, how 8 years ago? Something like that?
Probably at least 6.
Yeah, so 6 to 8 years ago.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, sweet, this has got some stuff in it. I'll go use it. So he went out and he went to put it in a mock scrape.
Yeah,
And
there's
it actually
scent web. Is that it right there? That's it right there.
She
She
heat
We
scent
just
web.
pulled it up on the screen here.
A-Way
She-Heat.
Hunting Products sold that, I believe, to them years
HME.
ago, and HME bought it. But yeah,
So this is awesome. I'm just looking at the can, and obviously people can't see this, but I'm looking at the can, and it's once you use it, it's basically good for 5 days worth, and we're talking 6 to 8 years.
Yeah.
And he found it, and so he went out to spray it, and it actually exploded.
Yeah.
Like it literally boom.
Yeah, like I just went like, and it went
The whole aerosol can exploded,
so much crap.
and so it covered him in
Silly strain.
she heat, if you will.
He was
It covered him in she heat. And so he came in here and JB smelled it over there off frickin' Sturgeon Road and brought him in.
I knew it. Hey, it's rot. I can smell everything.
Oh man. Isn't it funny? The smell's different at my house. I noticed it the other day.
Wet
Leaves are
leaves.
down, wet leaves.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, we're getting so close.
We're getting close.
Yeah.
So
It's there.
close.
No, I mean, I think it was Brackett that just put out a video. He has a he had a buck breeding on camera, like
Already.
full on mounted her and did it. And I'm looking at my watch and
Check
I'm
the
like,
timestamp.
we should go.
Should we
But,
sneak?
Yeah,
There's a cold front. Now it's here. Like, well, I mean, usually we're going down to Ohio like next week-ish.
Yeah.
Before,
Yeah.
around Halloween. But man, the weather looks great.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there's any warm weather. It's like solid. We needed rain here bad. We've gotten rain the last couple days. But yeah, it should be good. Good.
Yeah.
At Keefer Brothers, our mission is to pass on what the wild has taught us. Every single step into the wild tells a story, and we've spent years capturing those moments in the rawest way possible. So if you're not afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and you want to go further and live the kind of life that most people only talk about, be sure to visit KeeferBrothers.com. Whether you're there for the stories, the skills, or the connection, everything lives at KeeferBrothers.com and the all-new companion app.
Every shot counts. And when it's time to make it count, you want the best. Winchester Ammunition has built its legacy on a commitment to innovation by continuously pushing what's possible. In the heartland of America, the American legend crafts ammunition that's purpose-built, reliable, accurate, and ready to perform no matter how harsh the conditions. Whether you're hunting or shooting for sport, Winchester will be there.
All right, let's talk about beer for a second. You ever notice there's a big difference between Busch Light drinkers and other beer drinkers? I like to say we live on the wild side. You know, a guy with a Busch Light in his hand, he's a man of the people. He's out there in the wild every day. He's in the trenches smashing bushies with a smile on his face. You know why? Because he doesn't care. He's not looking for a soulmate. He just needs something to wash that damn jerky down. And he's got himself a 12-pack of Freedom in a can. And when that can gets cracked, it's like opening a door to a whole different world. It's just a vibe. And if you haven't felt it, you should. So go grab yourself a case of Bushies, give them a rip, and take a walk on the wild side. Wherever your adventure takes you, count on Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's to make it memorable. From the timberline to the campsites to the lake and the range, get your family outfitted with the right gear. With premium brands like Worldwide Sportsman, Ascend, Instinct, Redhead, and Natural Reflections, they've got the apparel and the gear to make it the best adventure ever. Stop by today for a one-of-a-kind shopping experience in-store or online at BassPro.com and Cabela's.com. See for yourself at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's stores. Your adventure starts here. Well, I don't know how prepared I am for the road right now, so I've been starting to sling some arrows.
Yeah.
I changed some things up, made some tweaks to the equipment, switched over some different things, and I'm a mess right now.
Going full instinctive now?
Yep, 100%.
Just
I'm
throwing
actually,
it.
I have an atlatl. You know? I'm going with an atlatl.
Yeah, sure.
By the way, we'll make that into a Sora video. Throwing an atlatl and a
You
whitetail.
guys like the videos.
But I don't know. I haven't found, you guys know how it is. Like, you got to be confident to hit the road. And right now I don't have the confidence. I'm a mess. And it's weird because going into dropped, I felt great.
Yeah.
But I made some tweaks after I came home to some of my gear, and I don't tweak my gear very often. I don't change product stuff very often.
What'd you change?
Oh, I changed some shit on my arrows, and I went with a different setup, and I'm trying to figure out the length I like right now. You know what I mean? So I'm just fucking around with stuff, and I just don't have the confidence. I'll get there. It just takes time.
I'm going out.
Well, you got about a week.
Yeah.
So
you got a week.
Yeah,
I'm
all
going
the
for
time in
some
the
reps. I like getting real reps in. So I'm going out, and there's some does that I need some meat in the freezer before we hit the season, and I want to get some sticks made by Uncle Freddie so I'm going out probably either Sunday or Monday of like next week or whatever, and we're gonna get after it. Out of Michigan.
I had to basically rebuild the bow coming off dropped because it was just not in good shape. I mean, bolts and shit were rusty. I'm like, all right, rebuild. So I get into a rebuild. I get it built back up. And if this explains how it's going, and I haven't put a ton into it yet, but Cody came to the house the other day, and we're down at the barn, and he looks at my door at the barn, and he goes, "What?" Like taps the door, and he goes, "What happened here?" And there is 3 fletchings in this spot and 3 fletchings in this spot stuck in the wood. The arrows are gone, but when I was shooting at 65, I got a little sail factor going. I sailed it over the target twice, and 2 arrows went right into my door of my wooden door of the barn. I put it there for a backstop.
Yeah.
It was a great backstop. But yeah, so if that tells you how it's going, I got fletchings sticking out of my barn door right now. So
That's not good.
we'll get there. Tons of time.
Good.
Yeah, I've went on a couple doe missions. Of course, didn't see a doe. Rich and I went up to Clare a couple times. Well, we saw does. One of them was 20 yards, and it was so quiet. And they must have caught a little movement an hour before. Took so long to come in. Finally, it was almost too dark, and I was like, I'm not going to shoot her. But I was like, well, if I come to full draw, then she. Then the next time, we just saw bucks. They were, 2-year-old bucks or younger, but we didn't see a doe. So I might just go behind my house.
Well,
I mean, there's a lot of does there.
Let's go out to CCR because the trail. I just put the Cabela's trail cameras out.
Yep.
Got them all dialed in, ready to go. Set everything up. Got that dialed in. Put one out over at CCR, and the first evening there's 30 does.
Oh.
30 in Sneaky Oak.
Well, what are we
what I
waiting
need.
for?
That's what I'm saying.
I need a
There's 30
target
does.
Like
I could-
literally, it's 5 minutes from
I
here.
could go tonight and just flock shoot and probably hit one.
I'm telling you.
Can you flock shoot whitetail? Is that what it's
When I
considered?
put the
Herd
camera
shoot?
out, I checked that. There's a grizzly alpha in that field for like weather and rain and gun, and then there's also a double set, and so part of me was like, we could really load up this place, and within seconds you could be like, and probably kill like 4 or 5
I'm
in
ready.
one shoot.
That's what I need. That's how confident I am in my ability right now. If
Yeah.
I can flock shoot at a herd of whitetails and hopefully hit one, let's do it.
Just aim low.
I'm in. Just close your eyes and pull the trigger.
That's funny, but yeah, there was
Aim for the
was
bushes.
incredible. Aim for the bushes.
One of the greatest things ever. Aim for the bushes.
So when are we going? What day? What are you guys doing this weekend? You around?
I'm going over to see Kai for Saturday,
weekend.
but
What about Sunday night?
no, that's what I'm good.
Let's
Sunday.
do Sunday night. Let's go.
I think I could probably do that.
Let's go
just
Sunday
gonna-
night. Let's all.
I think I could do that.
Let's shoot some does. We got to blow the carbon out. We got to get ready for Ohio.
No, that means I got a lot of work to do between now and Sunday.
Get after it.
I'll get after it.
We can all go hunt there and get after it.
Shane's
'cause
Shane's in a stand down in Missouri right now, so he got up to camp yesterday, and he said the bottom was falling out of the temperature, and like there's like a 40-50 mile an hour wind yesterday, but it brought a big cold front in down there.
Oh yeah.
And so he said,
the does were standing in
My
front.
Lord.
There's the stand is in that red tree right there. I'm just showing them on the deal. There's 7 in that picture alone.
Yeah.
so he's popping in the stand. I was talking to him. So right now, across all that ground, there's 45 deer over 140 inches and over 4.5 years old
that he's got.
on camera.
Yeah.
It's many.
Many multiples.
It's many deer.
So
Yeah.
let's get
anywhere from 140 to 170 right now.
We
There's
go down to
45
Ohio.
of them.
and do what we do.
Yeah.
Matriculate south to Missouri, the
Yep.
show me state, and get in some stands.
Well, the thing about Ohio right now is and this is part of living away, and then season kicks in, right? So Jared's busy as all get out.
Yeah.
And so, all the feeder cameras went dead, and you know that right now we need them in the woods.
We need them on
We need them on
scrapes.
scrapes, and
We gotta
so
move 'em.
I got cameras at the house, battered up, ready to go. I'm hoping that we get another shipment coming in here soon of feed, and then basically, we got to run down and just get the cameras all dialed back in. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing is, up until about 2 weeks ago, we have full inventory on Ohio Farm, and we got a lot of good bucks down there, but we got to get it in the woods.
Yeah,
we got to
they're
get
not-
them off the things, and there's just work to do when we get down there. Not much, because
We can
do know
actually
where
do it as we hunt.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like we can
Go
do it
up to
'cause
stand, do a few things.
we,
That's
we,
the best
we've
one.
been taking inventory since May, so we
Yeah.
know all of that, but it's just a matter of like getting them on scrapes and seeing where they're traveling and what they're doing during the day. But like you said, when you get down there, it's like as you hunt, we can go boop, 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 and move things, and
Yeah.
within 2 days of hunting, we'd have the whole farm ready,
We'll have it
back,
ready
in,
to
back
go.
in.
And that's honestly just every piece of property sits different. That is the best way to do it on that piece.
Yep.
Because of the access and the way it is,
One
like
way in,
only
one
coming
way
in
out.
from one direction.
Yeah.
You got to go through everything to get to
Long and
anything kind of
skinny.
deal. So
Yep.
it's usually like, go sit. Okay, when I'm done, I'm going to sneak over there and grab that one, then slip
Yep.
over here and move
Yep.
this one, and it's all kind of done at one time based on wind and everything
Yeah,
else.
we stopped driving that place as far as like in the summertime, you get in the tracker and we put feed out, you drive to all the locations, do it, get out of there. That's no problem. But now it's very, very little intrusion.
Well,
into that
I'm
place.
curious too on the corn, on when the corn's coming down.
It might be down already. That's the
I-
best
we
corn
haven't-
we've ever had.
It's not down,
Great
and the only reason I know it's not down is the one camera that's working
yeah.
See, I haven't looked.
is our main hub.
Yep.
And normally the farmer
parking
comes there
lot?
and parks
Yeah.
there to get
Yeah,
all the
parking lot,
corn
yeah.
out, and he
Yeah.
hasn't been there. So
Yeah.
that he's not on camera yet. So the corn is still up.
I'd like it to stay up at least for a little bit longer. It'd be
me too.
great.
Till we get there,
Till
let
we
them
get
rip
there.
it down. About the day we get, oh man, there's nothing better than sitting in the stand and having the combine go by.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like one of the if you haven't experienced that ever, like try to, because it is unreal. I remember
Chad is the perfect
I was gonna say, I
example.
wonder if
Yeah.
we could dig that footage out. We have it.
Yeah.
We have to dig it out.
Yeah.
A number of years ago down in Iowa, we were sitting hunting with Chad at Midwest, and there's
It's a
this
big 80 killed, didn't
Oh,
it?
No, it's 180.
26 and a half inches wide.
Yeah.
182 inch. Oh, that deer's a toad.
Yeah.
So he and I went to, there's a spot he calls the shop teacher, because the guy that owned the ground was his former shop teacher. And I think he ran into him in Casey's or something. And he's like, hey, I'm getting ready to cut this corn, blah, blah, blah. Chad's like, let's go. Like, we're going to hang a stand in there. So we went in, we hung a double set, got down. I ended up having to leave the next morning. I had to drive down to Springfield, Missouri for a meeting with Bass Pro Shops. So I jumped in the truck, drove down the next morning. He got in the stand that afternoon. And as I was trying everything to get back
Was
to be
Jake
able to
filming
hunt.
that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I edited
Yes.
that hunt. We put it on BCQ.
I was trying to get back, and the thing is
It's
like,
wide.
yeah,
Deer's eating
Yes.
eating the corn.
But
Yep.
the ridge, like when you look at that stand, it was only like 60 yards across. Like it was
Yeah.
a tight little ridge, and it was packed with cedars on both sides. And the combine goes by, and it's like you see the deer, they're like ants. They're like, brrr, they all run, you know, and then the combine goes by the other way, and here they come. And he does that last strip, and that son of a bitch, that deer standing right across from him, and he just comes up out of the cedars and jumps over that fence, walks right up and picks up an ear of corn, and he has his head up in the air, and he's like trying to
Like
eat.
a seal eating a fish.
Literally,
Yeah.
like he's trying to eat this. Oh, it's just some of the coolest footage, because the combine, you could probably, if you listen to the audio, you could probably still hear it.
Yeah.
Because it's right over there,
Yep.
you know. It's just, man, they have no fear because they're like food.
And Chad, he's a Midwest Antler Company. Chad is the hunter safety system saved his life on his celebration.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he jumped out of that stand and was gonna. I mean, I'm telling you, the strap. He was so excited. He jumped up. Had he not got hit by the strap, he'd probably jumped out of the stand.
You should have heard him on the phone.
He was losing his mind, and rightfully so. I mean, he's a 182-inch deer
26 wide.
right there. I mean, he smoked him too, and it was a great. We have
shot.
to look up that footage and find it. It's here somewhere.
I got a picture of that. This was like when our cell phones just started cameras, so I have a grainy picture of it somewhere.
Yeah, this would
I'm
have
sure we
been
got good pictures of it too.
2016, probably 2015, 16.
Yeah, I think
it was a long time ago.
It was even before
over 10
that.
years
Yeah,
ago.
I think it was even
Well, it was
before
Backcountry
that.
Quest, so
Yeah,
it would have been
it was like
2011.
2011.
Yeah, it would have been 11.
2011.
Yeah, it would have been right.
But that deer, every
12
time,
was rival.
every time we get to like combine, like I see a combine, I think of that. It's like one of the first things I think about. And then so I was driving back from that meeting with Bass, and it's daylight, and my phone rings, much like riders. And you guys know how it is. You see a phone ring in daylight of a buddy that's hunting. You're like, oh boy,
what happened?
What's gonna happen here? So I literally
news.
answered.
We're back.
I didn't even say hello. I just said, "What did you do?" And he just on the other end, he goes, in Chad's voice, I just shot a fucking giant. And he's still in the tree, just losing his mind. I was like, it was so cool.
Yeah.
He was so excited he couldn't even talk. So I always think of that when I think of the combine. And then I think of the buck that I sailed one over last year in Missouri when he was standing up in the CRP, and he's literally standing there, and the combine's driving right by him in the background, like 50 yards from him. And he's not even looking at the combine. He's standing in the CRP, and he is totally focused, and then this doe pops her head up, and the whole story was kind of crazy how it happens, but the doe comes down the hill. He breeds her in front of me.
Great footage, steam coming out of his mouth. Yeah, it's great.
So it's that like I see combines come out, and that's where my mind goes. I'm like, oh man, I just want that.
good.
I want that to happen bad. So
Well,
they're starting here though. Corn came down by my place. They're starting right now.
I talked to,
the geese are in it.
I talked to our guys yesterday in Illinois, and they were pulling, so they were all cutting. Nick and Gabe were cutting all day long and cutting their farms and getting stuff off. So it's they're in the heart of it right now.
yeah.
Yep.
So we'll see.
It's time. I'm
When we go, so expect this if you're listening to the podcast. We're going to be live from in the field a lot, because we're not coming back here to do the podcast. We're going to be doing it live from the field. And then the other thing we're starting is a Rut channel inside of the app. So if you download the app, we're going to start a Rut channel inside there and just get live kind of news and happenings throughout the entire rut from anybody that can provide, like whatever state they're in. We want you to be talking about it, and we're going to kind of get that up and rolling, because it's here. I mean, within a week we're in full blown. It's time.
The thing I'd love to do, and I'll talk to Amy about this, and I don't know if you guys are cool with it, but maybe do a thing where we open up 10 free monthly memberships or something, just for people to come in and give us their insight, so we can learn from different states and what's going on and what's happening.
That's a good idea.
And all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to see if we can pull something like that together. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool too.
But yeah, it's going to be, I don't know. I mean, it's like a 4-week, for me, I'm anticipating a 4-week run of just like.
Up till Thanksgiving, basically.
It's just
Thanksgiving is the break.
Just let's go.
The week before Thanksgiving, they come back. But yeah, it's going to be an Ohio-Missouri marathon. It's going to be fun. much needed field. Get out in the field. And
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day, I'm putting this story together of the buck I shot last year when Gibson was filming it, but I was just thinking about what is my favorite bow hunt of all time that I've been on? Like the one that you think about when you're sitting there and you're like, this, I want this feeling every time I get into a tree stand. Like, do you guys have that?
Yes.
That hunt?
I have it.
Which one?
Hands down, I have it. It's with Chad in Iowa. It's the one I shot that 172 with a drop tine. And the reason is because I could see that deer the entire time, and we did things without him knowing to get into a position, and it worked. So he was laying in a terrace, and we were actually on our way back from Casey's Pizza, getting Casey's breakfast pizza because we hunted the morning. And I happened to look over in this terrace and saw him laying down, and I was like, Chad, and we stopped and glassed him, and we're like, holy, and he had the drop tine, he had the bent beam, he ended up being on the cover of Monster Bucks.
Yep.
And anyway, that deer was laying in that terrace with a doe, and there was one cedar tree on the corner of this like fence row, and basically what we did is we went all the way around, came in the long way, brought in one stand because it was a cedar tree. And the camera was Trent. I think it might have been.
I don't remember who filmed Skeeps.
It might have been Skeebs.
Had to be Skiba.
I think it was
Skiba era.
Yeah, it was that era.
Yeah.
But he didn't use because it was cedar, so he didn't use a stand because it was either going to happen or like we weren't putting in a 6-hour sit. So literally used the branches.
Skiba would have done that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we came in from the back of it, snuck in. He's still up in the terrace, so it was like glass. Do this glass. Terrace. Terrace.
Oh, terrace.
Terrace. Pam? Is there a B at the end? Terrace. There's a terrace.
Terrace.
So we snuck in the backside of that, and it was like glass him, make a move, glass him, make a move, and then up the tree, and then saw this little ass branch, put a stand in. The Millenniums, we put that quick, the strap on the tree, and then just slid it in, boom, down, and we were in, right?
Yeah.
He comes up the branches, gets up behind me, and it was like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get in there, get set, get the camera set, and then I'm going to rattle. And chances are he's going to get up and want to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
That, in my mind, I'm like, that's what we all hope for. But chances are slim on this.
Yeah.
So we got up there. I took the antlers. We got set up. I said, okay, you ready? You go, yep. Bang them together. And sure enough, man, he stood right up out there in the middle of the terrace, came right down, jumped the fence, and walked right past the stand looking to see what's going on, and we shot him.
And he had a little gimp, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. They all do. Everything I shoot has a gimp. Everything I shoot is either old or decrepit.
Well, it's just like you.
Yeah.
Tripod.
Everything I shoot is wounded.
Tripod.
But he came down, he jumped the fence, and I remember him going like, he's going to come, and he stood there for a second.
Yeah.
Grunted at him, and then eventually he just committed, and he walked right on the corner of that cedar. It's like the only place because of the way the fence was, and it was like, oh my God, it worked. And it was just one of those things where I could see him the whole time. It was all this like strategy and all the things that went into it. And then for him to walk by at 15 yards and then actually shoot, and then he was big, right? So he was he was a boon, and it was just like, it was unbelievable. That hunt to me, I remember every step he made.
Yeah.
Like I've killed a lot of deer, been lucky to do that. And there's some of them like, where did I shoot that one? And then there's this one where I'm like, I remember it as if I close my eyes, I could watch the film. Like
and it's Iowa too.
Oh man.
And there's something about,
I got to get back there.
when we hunted Kansas and Iowa, Kansas, you could hunt like that. You could see a deer, you could set up, you could move. You're almost hunting. It's like hunting mule deer in a lot of ways. Like out there, they're so visual. You can see so much, and that's where the gas and glass days, Kansas, Iowa. I mean, it's perfect for that because Illinois even at the Grigsby when we were there, but in Ohio, we can't see anything from the road.
No.
And
there's no way to do it.
There's no way to do it. It's just
no.
the way it's set up. But I do miss that when we had the Kansas property. I miss having that layout like that. Yeah. That was fun.
Well, there's nothing better to me than getting up and it's like, all right, well, this isn't right for the stand. I'm going to gas and glass, jump in the truck, just go get as much intel as humanly possible. I can't tell you how many deer that's led to dying over the years.
Oh.
Trail cameras are phenomenal, but real time, I'm looking at him right there, and this is what he's doing. Like nothing. I'll burn a sit to get intel.
Yeah,
just like that. Like,
that happened in that happened in Ohio once, and it was like it was early season when they're on their patterns. But I mean, I sat on top of that hill and watched that deer come out of the exact same spot for 3 nights in a row, and then we went in and put put a double bull in the corn.
Yep.
And I shot that one on the ground
Yep.
at that 10, but that's all we have.
And you're the only one hunting that.
That
You
was
know what
it.
I mean?
Yeah, I was the only one
When you're
hunting it.
solo, you can sit up there and
Yeah, I was the only one hunting. It was early season when they were on pattern. And Ohio, we can get up on that hill, but like it's hard to, like you said, you have to burn a sit. It's really hard to burn a sit because you just don't know what's going to come by that night. But it's also like, I can burn this. And so if there's bad wind, it's actually not a bad idea. Just burn the sit, go get the intel.
Well, in Kansas too, and even Ohio, like there's multiple locations you can see from the road. So you're in the truck, you got the spotting scope, you got the binos, and you're moving around and you're covering 4 different locations. You're like, okay, that those deer are doing that. He is over there right now. He is over there. And then you put, what's the wind going to do? Okay, tomorrow we can go to that one. You know, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And I miss that, like that. To me, like telling the story like that, I love those elements of the story because it builds. It really builds it.
Well, it's cat and mouse. I mean, you know, for one of my favorites, and I've got numerous favorites for numerous reasons. Like Megatron was phenomenal, Ribcage was phenomenal, but the one that I'm probably tied to the most that I love is Strong Arm in Illinois.
Yeah, it was a good story there.
Being able to have intel of just the general movement of what those deer do in that area is what got him killed. 100%. You know, this just the quick story. I was down in the bottom off the top there. I got down in the bottom on the edge of a creek, and I was in the stand, and there's CRP between me and the top of the field where the beans and the corn are. And he was in the CRP. The lights came on in the morning. He's in the CRP with a doe, chasing her, doing his thing, chasing bucks off all over the place. And we sat and watched him. I tried a little bit. I tickled him, like, man, can I break him off of there? And he wasn't doing it. And I'm like, all right, I'll just back off here and we'll just see what happens. Well, we watched him. She bedded down. It was clear that he was not going anywhere. And so knowing what we knew, because we gas and glass on that top side, you can see that field. I know where those deer go up. They go right through an inside corner and they would follow this little finger and pop out in the field. Like regularly, all of them. And so it became, I know exactly what's going to happen. She's bedded. It's time. He's going to breed her. And once he breeds her, he's going to leave her and he's going to go to that food and he's going to find another one. And this is where he's going to get there. So we got down, got in the creek, went the long ass way, like all the way around. I went the opposite direction of the truck. Went the long ass way all the way around, called Rich. Rich came and picked us up. Took us over to the DNR. We used to call it the DNR. We went in there, took a stand down, 2 stands actually, went in the finger, climbed up, hung the stands, sat down, got everything ready. And I literally said to AB, I'm like, well, we'll see what the hell happens. And I turned around and I went, there he is. And he was standing at 20 yards, walking right at us. It was just like, the intel that we got from burning a sit on how the deer move up there, absolutely 100% got him shot. But that one was just so cool because of like the movement we made to make it happen. Like there's something to be said for like, I hung that stand 6 months ago and deer walked by and I shot him. But to be able to like put all the pieces of that puzzle together and then go do it is a whole different feeling. You know, that to me, that's like, that's cool too, because that hunt, I remember, I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was putting dropped together. So I wasn't even down there until 2 days prior. I came down. David killed. He killed an hour before I did.
I was with Blanton, and he killed. And then David Blanton was in camp that week. He killed on Blanton's bench, and then him and I were in the barn together when you called me.
You had just brought his deer back.
I just brought it back. I turned and looked. I think it's on film. I turned and looked at David and said he just shot Strong Arm, and he went, "Get out of here!" And David was with us when we recovered him.
So and Ryder and Lisa was there.
Lisa was there. Yeah.
Somehow they came down the same time we did. I think that week or whatever.
I think all the girls.
Yeah, because Ryder was like a year old, 2 years old.
Yeah, he was just a young.
It's still a picture on when you call me, which is kind of.
But funny. I don't know that. I've killed bigger. The Strong Arm was a badass deer.
You're holding right. Look, that's your profile picture.
Yeah,
that's you holding Ryder with Strong Arm. It's been your profile picture since that day, and I've never changed it. And it's funny because that is the deer, and it's Ryder, and he looks like he's like a year. I mean, he's a year old.
First week in November 2012, I think.
Yeah, it was back there. But like I said,
13.
I've killed bigger deer. Strong Arm was awesome. I think he was 174, 75. He had a drop tine, really cool deer. One of the guys we know down there actually knows of that deer, and he knows why he was all screwed up on that one side. He got hit by a car. He got hit by Willis. Knows exactly what happened to him because he had him in front of him with his daughter like the year before, and he was younger and he still had some of those same traits. And then he got hit by a deer, and then he got all screwed up, and then his rack grew back funky. So there's just a really cool story with that one, you know, and everything it took to make it happen is just, I don't know. That's like, if I had to pick one, that's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What about you? Jumbo?
Yeah, I mean, probably Jumbo. I
think it sucks about Jumbo though is you're alone.
Yeah,
that's the part that bothers me.
You were alone in the stand, but you were not alone. At 300 yards away, I almost fell out of the stand trying to get to you that fast. But man, that was just something.
You turn around, and you're like, there's nobody here.
I know, but it was really weird.
But the story of Jumbo is captured on the GoPro, and we need to post it. It needs to go out. The real story of Jumbo.
So many F-bombs in that.
That's got to go on the app.
It has to go on the app.
Yeah, I'd go on the app. My mom would be mad at me if she heard me talk
Carol
like that.
wouldn't like it.
I've heard my mom swear once maybe, and I think she said hell. She would not like
double
that.
hockey sticks?
Yeah. No, Jumbo was wild. I mean, Jaggers, like, I love that spot. It's my favorite spot. It's
for good reason.
Great. Yeah, I mean, but it's really
you've
only
killed
good
like
for
4
2
deer
weeks.
over 150 in that spot.
It's got like a window where it's like, God, this place is insane. It's a rut hole.
It's a rut hole, and it's the reason why it's a rut hole, I think, is the way that it's kind of like a top. There's ridges all around it. There's bedding on each side, and it's just really thick. But rattling has been super successful up there because you rattle, but they can't see up on top, so they have to commit themselves to coming up, and then they're looking. Yeah. So this has happened in the past. So yeah, it was, you were hunting at Sure Point, and this was in the evening, but it was an all-day sit. And the shitty part about Jagger is it's a mile walk to get back
you're committed.
there. So you park up by the road, and that time of year, we're not driving anything back there. We're really careful. And it's like 5 a.m. You're walking a mile in the dark, and you're sitting all day because you just can't come back. It just doesn't make any sense. So there's a different part of the story that was really unique. Is odd, really. I sat the first part of the morning and saw multiple bucks. That, if you're sitting the old Jagger stand, you're facing what would it be? South. Yeah. And you're looking over that ridge and kind of going down to the hole. Yeah. They're always moving down there. I saw 2 shooters on does just down there in that morning. It kind of it was like 1 o'clock, and I wanted to go check this camera that was over by where we hunted Rip over by the Indian Rock. So I snuck over there with my bow, and I heard grunting and chasing down the ridge right by the Indian Rock. So I got up by the next to the tree, put a GoPro on, and just kind of dead rolled it. And that buck, there's a buck down there, started coming up. I couldn't see it, but I could see it had some sort of a frame. You can't capture that on a GoPro. Well, anyway, never committed, chased the doe out. I switched the card on that camera, and I started to kind of walk back, but then I was thinking, okay, what if that buck would have come up? I always just kind of in my head play through it and then come to full draw, just how quiet can I be, just weird shit. Yeah. So I come to full draw.
Get the reps in, man.
Yeah, get the reps in. Yeah. I come to full draw, I'm like, and you can hear, I don't realize I do this, but I do this. I'm talking to myself through, I'm like, my peep sight, where's my peep sight? I'm like, oh shit. My peep sight's gone. And I'm saying, I can hear it on my GoPro when I watched it back, but my peep sight fell off my bow. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm committed out here all day. There's 2 shooters I saw this morning. It's November, whatever, 5th or 6th or whatever it was. In the middle of the rut. I don't want to have to go back and figure out this peep sight situation. So I'm like, all right, I've shot without a peep sight for a long time. For years, I never used a peep sight. I just had I just anchor, right there. Yeah. So I'm like, well, I got to figure this out. So you walk out of the trail, kind of where you go into right on the field by Indian Rock. So I put found a piece of paper in my pocket, and I put it out there at like 30 yards, and I just was to the right of the paper, pulled out, I had a practice point. And I hit the paper the second time. So I'm like, all right, I feel like I could ethically shoot without my peep sight again. Yep. So I go up on stand, and it was probably 3:30, 4 o'clock probably. And and I looked down in that same spot where those bucks were running that doe. And this is 150 yards off this ridge. It's hard to see, but you can always see them moving.
Yeah.
And I just saw one side of a frame, just huge frame. And the first thing I did, I just reached down and I rattled like really quick.
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking.
Getter.
I was grabbing and I didn't even take them off the tree. I hit them together real hard and fast, and I looked and I saw the frame like coming up the ridge. So I put them down real quick, got my bow, turned the cameras on. I'm doing all this, looking around, and then I look up. I'm like, "The fuck is he?" I was like, "Oh, where'd he go?" Turning cameras on and shit, and I'm like, "He should have come up to this point here." So I'm sitting still. I'm thinking, God, did he see me moving? I don't think he did because he was still down there, but I can't hear him. But I rattled. So this is 5 minutes. I'm have my bow in my hand. I'm facing right where I think he is, and I hear walking behind me. I look. There's a little buck came up. Yep. He probably heard the rattling. Yep.
Answer the antlers.
And then I look to the left, and there's a doe coming from the bedding area. She's coming in there, and I'm thinking, did he slip out? And there's a thick autumn olive edge that runs along the back of the ridge, and it goes to a community scrape. I'm thinking he could be just standing there looking for where's the buck, just like they do. Where's the fight?
Oh, yeah. He's not a dummy.
He's not a dummy.
Nope.
He'll stand and he's got to see it. And the wind was perfect for me. It wasn't blowing towards him. But I think what ended up getting him to move was that doe. In that buck, that littler buck, he was like a 2.5-year-old 8. He kind of followed that doe, and he's like, nope, I'm not going to do that. I was seconds from hanging my bow up. I kind of even started to look up at the hook to hang it, and then I saw movement. His tail flicked, and he started walking. I'm like, oh, there he is. And he walked up to the edge, hit that community scrape. It was at 50 yards. And I'm like, I can't shoot 50 yards with no peep sight. Yeah. But I did come to full draw just to see, just to see how it felt. And so I'm at full draw.
That's a bold move when he's at 50.
I felt like he was going to keep walking that edge and just not, because they do that a lot. They hit that community scrape and then just keep walking. So I come to full draw and I feel good. I had the Garmin on him, and then he starts walking, quartering towards me. So I'm like, oh shit. So I let down, pivot the camera, and then he gets to like 38. I come to full draw, he gets to 38. I stop him and release. And to the doe, she blows, the littler buck runs, and this buck just beelines back towards the community scrape. And all I saw was blood everywhere. And I'm like, that's not normal to see that much blood.
Yeah.
Why is there that much blood?
Leakage.
I mean, it was blowing out. And I could see it from 40, 50, 60 yards. And I hang my bow up. I get the binos up, and I see him. He's kind of weeble wobbling, and he hits, and he rolls, and he gets up. And I'm like, that son-of-a-bitch died right there.
Yeah.
And I still don't know how big this buck is. I don't at all. I just know you see the frame, the frame of Jumbo. It's like, I'm not even looking anymore.
He good.
He's good.
Yep, he good.
So I get down and I text Chris, and I have like 0 battery life, and I text him, and he gets the message, and he hops down. But I go out, I find my arrow, and it's just spray, just in a rage. Mm-hmm. So I get up I walk up, find the buck, and couldn't believe, like, this is a massive giant 8. Mm-hmm. Ended up being 163, the biggest 8 I'll probably ever shoot.
Biggest 8 I've seen in the wild, like as a pure 8.
Yeah,
a slick 8,
slick, just mega 8.
Yeah. Mega, and it was we'd never seen him before. Yeah. We find 2 years earlier, we found some characteristics that we know who he was.
Yeah,
but he turned into something completely different. And I freaking cut his windpipe off. Sliced her. And that's
jugular.
Jugular.
That's what did it.
And that's why. And I was shooting. I will say this. I don't think it wasn't. I didn't miss that deer because of the peep sight. Yeah. I was good with the shot. I looked. There was definitely. I went through some stuff that I didn't see to get to him. But at any rate, Yeah, you came over on the at the time you got on the Polaris, the blue Polaris quad.
Yeah, I had a quad.
Come over there.
When you miss, you're always missing neck. Remember old Bangkok syringe?
Neck meat.
Yeah.
Old
Neck meat,
That was the
Nathan.
last deer. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say it, but that was Illinois. That was at the Grigsby.
Yeah.
And he was jumbo-ish.
Jumbo-esque.
That 8 was giant.
He might have been bigger than Jumbo.
He was giant.
When you texted me, I had rattled
So big.
probably about 8-10 minutes before that.
Yeah.
And Crab Claw, that 3-year-old that we were
Sneaky
like,
one.
we're like, ooh, he gets you every time he comes up. He just popped up from the river. And he was walking up the deal. You text me, and he's standing in front of me. And I remember saying, "God, get out of here!" Yeah. Like I got down, I scared him. I was like, "Ha, get out of here!" And I literally was like down the tree in 8 seconds. There goes that deer. He's like 145 inch, whatever. And I'm like, but we weren't gonna. I mean, I wasn't gonna shoot him. I'd seen him about 9 times.
Yeah, you'd seen him.
I'm like, I'd passed on him a bunch, but I literally did. I was like, this stand, he's never gonna come back here because I was like, "God, get out of here! Go, go, go!" And he took off, and I got down and ran back to the. And turned on the GoPro, and I have the GoPro all the way to when I pulled up, and you had no idea I was filming. You were
I had no
energy
idea.
level. You were telling the story.
It's so good.
I didn't
dude.
know till like days
It's
later
best.
you showed, or that
It's
night.
probably-
I can't remember.
That's probably some of the best, like, real live reactions I've
Yeah,
ever
it's
seen.
fantastic. We'll
Because it's
put it on
all
the
the emotion. It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like Ryder's video. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? He's by himself. He's just, it's
Well,
crazy.
and even then, like when we walked up on it, like I know that it was a big deer, and I was like, I can't wait to see what it is. And then when we walked up, I was like, dude, like you have just shot a once in a lifetime, like 8-point. Like this thing,
I walked up on him.
I couldn't believe it.
I just shot 160 inch 8-point. Like that.
Yeah.
That's shocked
What
me.
just happened?
Yeah, that was, and he's one of my favorite deer, if not between Megatron and that deer, as what we have killed over the
I think
years.
I actually like him more than, Megatron's
Megatron.
cool.
He's got the
But but that dude is just clean, slick.
Jumbo is,
And I'll take a big, I've always said this, I'll take a big 150, 160 inch 8 over a 175 inch 10-point any day.
I agree.
I
There's
mean,
something about those big
and
8s.
tip up beams like that.
Yeah.
it's all look
so
for me. I mean,
impressive,
it's
man.
frame and mass, and I'm in.
Yeah.
Like I don't. It could be a 6-point. Give me frame and mass, and like I don't. The score is whatever. But man, when you get that frame and that mass, and that, it's just for me.
You mentioned about being able to see the blood like after the shot, and that doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
But the thing that I love about Rage, and I shoot that hypodermic like religiously, and I've had it happen on a number of deer. The last deer I had it happen on was Sundown in Kansas. I shot him at like 47 or 49, and the minute that arrow hit him, it was just I mean, he was running at us through the CRP, and you could just see it both sides, and it was. It's so funny because if you don't see that, you're still in the mode of like, what's going to happen? But the minute you do, it's like everything just lets go, and you're like, oh, it's done. Like, yes,
that shot, that the arrow flight was so perfect. It was just. It's kind of like Megatron shot, really. It's a lot of the same down the pipe. And
Sunk it.
Not like last year in Missouri.
Jumped and kicked.
Sunk it.
Last year in Missouri went right over his back. Yeah. same flight path, except right over his back. So.
Yeah, those rages, man. It changes the way. I mean, back in the early days when I was shooting a fixed blade, like we all were, you always say tuck the shoulder. Tuck it right behind that back shoulder. But with a Rage, I'm okay going off that shoulder. You don't have to be worried about the shoulder, but I like middle long
center punch them.
Yep. I mean, in those broadheads, I haven't shot anything but a Rage in 15 since they came out with them. And man, it's just there's margin for error. If you have a shot that isn't a great shot, if you shoot a little back, it's gonna die. It's gonna die.
I've never not shot with a Rage and not found it, and I know that people out there have had war stories of all these different things and there's
but when you dig to the bottom of those, a lot of times it's like, well, it caught him in the elbow, and then you know what I mean. Like there's always some weird like, okay,
you hit him where you're supposed to hit him, and you're gonna find him, and he's gonna die. That's just what it is. And I think people nowadays they're fighting over broadheads because they look cool, or this one's got a, this is the Western broadhead, and this
got
is
a cool name.
Yeah, Jesus Christ! It's shoot him where you're supposed to shoot him, and a Rage is gonna kill him every single time. And I've never had not in, like you said, 15 years since before before it was Rocky Mountain broadhead. And we started shooting Rage.
Yep.
It's just been the broadhead of choice.
Yep.
And I've never, knock on wood, I've never not recovered one that I shot at and hit correctly, and actually did my job.
Yeah,
right.
from whitetail to muleys to moose, I've killed multiple moose, 40 yards, 39 yards, 39 and a half yards, and just, you know what I mean? Sure, I'll adjust the actual version of the Rage that I shoot. Maybe I'll shoot something that's got a little more swept back blade angle or something like that, depending on the game and the hide and all that
For a
stuff.
moose, you're shooting a heavier arrow and all sorts of, the setup's different, but
But as far as the broadhead goes, and I didn't recover a deer I shot in Ohio probably five years ago now, but that was 100% me. Like I pulled the shot. I knew as soon as I let it, it was one of those, like, I literally touched the release and I went, shit. Like as soon as I did it, you ever have those?
Oh, yeah.
I just got punchy and, I just punched the trigger a little bit and I felt it and I was like, damn it. And it hit him forward and it just hit him in a no man's land spot and I didn't find him. And he's alive. We had him on camera, so it is what it is on that front. But I mean, you center punch. Like that's what I teach riders, center punch. Don't worry about it. Remember Langston always used to be, boy, I take that. He used to do it all the time. And boy, I take that pin. I pull that pin right up that leg. I put it right on the center of that heart. I'm like, no, you don't. Just put it in the center of his vitals and let him have it. So
let it do its
I
job.
10 ringed him. That's what he said. I 10 ringed him.
that guy, he's something. He was fun in camp.
Oh, he was great to have around.
Those Grigsby days, man, those were fun times.
Yeah, he was great.
Well, hopefully Deadwood this year is going to be just as fun because I'm
gonna
looking
be
forward to it.
ripping.
I'm getting all the texts from the guys that are coming in. We're getting messages. Like,
Capper's coming.
Yeah,
he said he's got an
Capper's coming
enclosed he's taken down. So if we need anything like in an enclosed trailer, he said I'm taking mine.
Yeah,
So
we got Capper and Sequin headed down there. All the pole boys will be down there end of October, and then just the guys that are always in camp will be around, like guys from Maine and some of the guys that drive over there. Just like, and everybody's like, you gonna have Deadwood again this year? You got the projector going. You got the the lights are up. Projector will be in. We'll have the campers dialed in, and we're gonna have 10 days of just flat out get it done camp, which is gonna be fun. It's gonna be good.
I was talking with Schuster the other day.
Cornelius.
He was standing on top of a trailer with his shirt off
And
at
a monkey
Talladega.
and a monkey head.
With a monkey
He
head
loves
on.
him some Dega. He loves Dega.
Yeah, he was at Talladega, tearing it up with the old bush lights and the monkey hat.
Well, that's how you know Schuster's getting ready for deer camp. Is about every other day there's a picture of a cold bush light coming out of a cooler. And he's like, I'm just warming up.
Yeah, it's getting ready, man. I'm super excited. I think it's funny when we're on Dropped, we're doing drop, but you always like, man, I can't wait till whitetail season. You get back, and it's always a shit storm we got to deal with when we get back because we've been gone for almost a month and things pile up. And now we're working ahead because we're going to be gone for damn near a month. So it's like October, we're not hunting the first 3 weeks of October. We just can't, based on just, unfortunately, just how things set up for us. But next week we'll be down there.
Yeah. For some of us, the hunt never stops. Grizzly understands that more than most. Rugged, reliable, and built to never back down. Whether you're on the trail, by the water, or deep in the dark timber, Grizzly is by your side. Tough enough to take on the wild and ready for whatever you can throw. Grizzly is committed to products that never let you down. Always on the hunt with Grizzly.
Out here in the wild, precision isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. Leupold Optics is built on the foundation of American craftsmanship, where every features function first. For over a century now, they've combined dedication and technology with a relentless put-it-to-the-test attitude, creating optics that stand up when everything else stands down. When it matters most, you need the best. That's what you get with Leupold Optics. While other companies out there warranty failure, Leupold guarantees performance for life. You've got things that matter. Memories, heirlooms, documents, firearms. And we all know that life is unpredictable. At Winchester Safes, they make sure life's unpredictable moments don't take those things from you. They use state-of-the-art methods that refuse to sacrifice quality. They put everything they have into their products, offering proven protection and peace of mind There's only one safe company worthy of the title, the American Legend, and that's Winchester Safes. Follow at Winchester Safes or learn more on winchestersafes.com. When you're miles from help, second chances don't exist. That's why we shoot Rage broadheads. Massive cutting diameter, field point accuracy, and devastating results when it matters most. Hunt with Rage. We have got, and I'm just going to throw this out there before we end this episode, we got to go shoot some geese.
We have to.
Somebody got to set it up,
Dude,
because I'm ready to go.
We have to.
I got it.
I'm not connected on the goose land.
So
here.
the big field by me is a no-go right now. There's a big scuffle that happened over there, I guess. Some
Kerfuffle?
Yeah, some people got into it. Like, in the field got into it. So I guess it was kind of a shutdown.
Rich isn't here. What about Rich's deal?
Rich has
got a deal.
He's got to solidify that.
But I got to check this field. You know, storage units right here.
Yeah.
We got to check that field because I know, but I think that field, the field they're in right now, I think is in city limits.
Oh.
Well, they'll bounce
and
around.
the other one is out, like the next one over is
That's
outside. Because
Rook's
I've hunted the next one where the storage units are.
Yeah.
That same field.
That's Rook's brother's field.
There's a really good. There's like a buffer strip in the middle right there.
Yeah.
And that buffer strip's got some trees, and I've set an A-frame in there before, and we went in and just wrecked them a couple of days. So
Yarborough, actually, now we talk. He just texted me yesterday about a St. Louis farm that he said he's got geese everywhere.
I was talking to him last week. He was in Pittsburgh.
I like making a run with Yarborough because he got everything. We show up and just start banging with him. So
And he does not hunt unless it's the X's there.
yeah, he just puts
You
it.
know.
He
I
puts it
also
on it, so.
talked to Maxwell at a football game not long ago, and he's like, "You come whatever you guys want to do.
Yep.
Come shoot them."
Well, I'll talk to Woody.
Everywhere.
I drove by the other day, hunting ducks, just by mom and dad's, and there's like 50, 60 geese right by his house there. They just cut that corn.
Yeah. Well, this corn right here by the units, I don't know if you came in that way, but when I was coming here, conservatively, I'd say 250 to 350 in there right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're just stacked in there.
Well,
that's a possible jewelry shoot because those geese that are over on the old Walmart pond over there.
Oh, yeah.
I would drive by and they're stacked in there, but that's where they go eat is over there. They fly. I mean, it's a couple miles, but that's where they go. So and those geese over there at that pond are all banded.
Oh yeah,
every one of them I think is
leg irons on all
they're
of them,
just
I
a
think.
jewelry shoot there.
Yeah.
So
I get all jazzed up for whitetail, but every time I drive to and from and I'm seeing these birds in the air, I'm like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's
because we have to, but I want to get a field that we can set up and leave the blinds, you know what I mean, and maybe get a couple days shoot out of it. Would definitely be worthwhile.
Nice.
So
topping next week would be awesome. Just a couple days.
Before we head down to Ohio would be nice.
Yeah.
Let the old last call bark.
Yep.
And final pass and last call.
Oh, and I got some new Cabela's panel blinds on the way. They got that new panel blind they're making, which is just dialed. And I'll be honest, I might take the panel blind for whitetail. Like for gun season, just to try, because it's so quick and easy. Yeah, it's so mobile
right on
and
top
quick
of
and easy.
Right on the rock.
I mean, you get backed in and you just throw a couple panels up. Like, I'm gonna try.
Right where we had Rip, you put a panel blind up on top right there, and you would be in.
Well, I mean,
you sit right in the damn rocks right there.
That's where we were at.
Shit. I know,
but if you had just something you could go actually put a chair and sit
wear
down in,
wear a hat with a visor on it, with a bill, so you can actually see what you're shooting at.
And just hope the sun doesn't blind you. Yeah. I'm still gonna get that bullet out.
It's funny because I know they make them for waterfowl, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, I know some spots for whitetail that I bet you that thing would work badass.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll give it.
We gotta get a tree
whirl.
stand up right there. We have to. The amount of bucks on the mineral.
So do you see the trail they come out?
Across.
That's where I watched them during gun season.
Yes.
They come up at the mineral. They're coming up right there. So at the mineral,
between the mineral and Indian Rock,
100%.
right there.
And there's a pattern. Do you see that big ass 9 that's in there with he's a big deer.
8:34
He has a
p.m. every
jumbo
night.
frame.
He does. He's got a jumbo frame. He's got a bladed first, and he's on that trail before it went dead last week. He's just constant. He's coming to Trifecta, which is awesome, and he's going in and out. But he's definitely on the list. He's right there.
Yep.
So that's going to be fun to go down there.
Yeah, for sure.
So
let's stack up some honkers, and then let's go stack up some whitetails for a couple
some
weeks,
does.
boys. Yeah.
Let's go have a doe shoot on Sunday.
Yeah.
What we need to do
Sunday
is we need to
afternoon.
all go smack a bunch of does, and then we all need to go to Uncle Freddy's at one time and just spend the day
Yeah.
helping them get it all
butchering
done.
and doing
yeah.
meat and
Yeah.
doing all the good stuff.
Shoot a bunch
Throw
of stuff
football
there.
game
Yeah,
on and
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
be a lot of fun.
We'll get Ham Hands involved in that too. He'll
Oh
love
yeah,
that.
he'll get right into it.
Yeah.
He can
gets
make
involved.
he can make like 12 pounds at one time.
Just
Because he
at
grabs
one
so
time.
much because his hands are
Yeah.
giant.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, last thing before we go, just because, I mean, we're going to probably have a couple minutes here, but what do you guys think about the videos I sent you last night and the ability to introduce AI into what we're doing with these things right now?
oh yeah.
Have you guys
I
seen
mean-
some of these things? So for those of you
Your
that
pet
don't
bear?
know, Sora,
Pouches.
Pouches.
Pouches,
Grizzly.
the adventures of Pouches is going to become a thing, and we all have to do it. And what's great is, and I spent some time on it last night.
Don't give away your secrets.
I won't give away the secrets, but the idea that we can all create videos of each other with the bears if we do this right, or with Pouches. I mean, we got some things that are coming that, yeah, this is the video last night that I put up on there. But yeah, that thing is just me with Pouches having coffee.
Where I was trying to figure out where that location was. It was AI location.
It was AI
It almost
location.
looks like it was the front of CCR on the deck.
Yeah.
But there's a building behind it.
Yeah,
somewhere. But
it's crazy,
It's crazy,
And
man.
It's just wild to see, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, it was fun to play with last night, and then of course once I started, I just couldn't stop.
Addicted.
But when you said, "Can you do this?" and then I said, "Please hold," and then literally sent you that video.
Ridiculous.
Oh my God, there's some that are going to be great. Yeah, there's Pouches. There he sits.
He's so solid.
And
I mean, can you imagine 5 years ago if you had this technology and you started throwing stuff on here, people would actually believe that
Yeah.
that was true.
yeah.
so it's funny. I showed this.
I said, it actually looked like you got a butt right
Yeah,
there.
no, I said, "Hey, give me some thick
I
cheeks."
showed that to Gunner, and Gunner goes, "Actually, Dad, it kind of looks like he's petting Kenai."
Yeah, it does.
It
The
does.
I was like, "Yeah,
Brown
kinda-
head.
It does,
kinda
but I
yeah.
wanted him to stand up like a Labrador. You know how labs, when you say like you want to
yeah.
go for a walk
Yeah,
or you want
let's
to go
go.
hunting, and they stand up like that. And I was like, say that so he gets all excited. And here we are. So yeah, it's going to be fun. So stay tuned for more adventures of Pouches, because I've got about 10 more on my phone that I'll be posting.
My
but
Lord.
it's crazy, man. The world of AI is out there, and
Well,
embrace
Ryder's got 150 videos of you right now. The last one I saw, you were in a Spartan costume with a spear, riding a grizzly with wings, and you were throwing your spear at 840-inch whitetails down in a field below you. It was like he comes in, watch this one. I'm like, oh
it's
man.
so great.
10 minutes later, we come back in, watch this one. And I'm like, oh god.
So I went when I got on there. Ryder is my only friend, right? So it said, Ryder. So I said, and it asked you who can make stuff of you, right? If you want.
Yeah.
So I clicked Ryder and was like, because then it gives you the ability to use that, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty sweet. So yeah, Ryder's been making videos of me since.
I
he
show
was-
Wes some stuff I make. He's like, Dad, that's like old people think that's funny. He's like, that's for old people. I'm like, yeah, I guess, but it's because we know how hard it was. Like, you'd pay a guy from Pixar
Yeah.
like $1 million to
man.
create your pet bear for
Now
you.
I type it in and send it back to you in 8 minutes. I had a full video that
like-
you were like, no way.
You don't know how this. You haven't seen it all like
Yeah,
we
no.
have.
Well, get ready for the adventures of Pouches.
I love it, but I'm also like, I don't know if I'll ever trust anything ever again. Like it's
know.
going to
Some
change.
of them.
I don't trust
I
much.
don't. I tell that's the default mode is like I don't trust it until I like verify it.
Yeah, and that's the thing now is they are making you verify AI. So it has to be like if you have AI,
has to say it.
and
Yeah,
if
it
they
has to say
detect
it,
it
yeah.
on the back end, everything that's AI now at the bottom will say AI info. There's a button to click to like let you know this is AI.
Yeah.
So at least that's happening. But if you don't know that, you see stuff. I mean, there was videos I saw that got me. I mean, I was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Delivery, the woman they're trying to firefighters were trying to get her out of her chair, and then the whole entire floor falls, firefighters go down. When you first see it, you're like, that is amazing. But
Yeah.
it's the Ring doorbell videos
Yeah,
that
that
you
look real.
think are Ring doorbell videos, and there's an old lady that comes out on her porch. She's like, get out of here. And she's yelling, and there's just like a Ram truck parked, and it backs up, and like she's yelling at this truck. Well, then people took that, and then like an F-16 pulls up to the front of her vehicle. Like she's going, get out of here. She's hitting it with a cane, a fire truck, and people just change it all the time. And it's just like every time it gets funnier and funnier. And I can't go down. I just go down the rabbit hole.
There's one that, there's these videos of chiropractors, cracking people's, back or whatever. It's weird. Anyway, there's one where, it's this stuff. Isn't that funny that came up? There's this one where this guy's got this old lady and he's just kind of getting around her neck to give her a crack. And then he throws her through the back window. And they have the one of, who's that guy in the wheelchair?
Stephen
Hawking.
He drops into a half pipe.
$7 million man. And then he's on a bull.
Right here. This is the one. So look at this one. There's like 10 variations.
I got into the t-shirt cannon once. I don't know if you guys.
But why is it? Why they're always throwing? Yeah, I saw this one with it. It's like why? How'd that start? But
it's funny. But once you create one, then what happened? Like there's Kobe Bryant doing it now. So someone changed it, and so that's Kobe throwing a guy through.
Oh, here we go. Here's another one. This will be good.
So once you create it, then someone else has the ability to say this but, and then make it, and then it goes, and then they all are viral, and it's like this but Kobe Bryant, and throw out the window instead of the door, and then boom, there it goes.
The key is how are you going to make that work for you? I mean, it's fun just to throw it out there, but how do you regenerate real audience that means something?
I don't know.
That's the key. How can you do that?
There's Stephen Hawking when he's riding a bull or dropping into a tail. There he is.
MMA.
I saw this
match.
One. Stephen Hawking in a cage match is wild.
when he drops into the half pipe, that's the one that got me. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, what's going on?
Imagine being a kid right now, though. Like, this is just part of what you're up to. You know what I mean? Like, for us, this is like, what is...
Yeah, this one is good. He's in a half pipe right now. This is a reverse... Oh, he didn't land. He didn't stick that landing.
Yeah. Oh. But for us, we're like, what in the world? For kids, like, this is just part of Ryder's world, Kylie's world. It's just part of their everyday. They're like, that's cool.
Oh, and I sent it to Kylie, and I was like, "Bam!" And she, same thing back. Ridiculous. Like that's all it said. Ridiculous. You're old.
We're very very amused.
Funny. She's like, "No, it's just what we're doing. Like everybody does it."
It's
I'm
so fun to mess with these kids. Like last night, the boys were sitting there. We're all eating supper, and they said something, and I just went 6, 7, and they both looked at me, and they're like, "Oh, don't."
Oh yeah,
don't. Oh, I don't even know what the hell it means. I just threw it out there.
6, 7.
They're like, "Oh, don't, Dad."
Yeah.
Gunner's like, "Please don't say that." Oh, you sound so stupid. I'm like, I don't know what it means,
but it's okay, and they laugh if they say it. They laugh.
Yeah, it's fun.
We're old. I mean, that's why it's fun. That's why they shut us down, because we don't know how foolish we sound.
Yeah.
Because we are old.
Dead ass.
I know. I was talking
dead ass.
That's just like
is that a
dead ass is like Kylie will look at me. I'll say something. She'll go dead ass, and I'll be like, are you for real? That's what
like
that
dead
means.
ass serious.
Like dead ass. Like so she.
I could at least that one
dead ass.
I see where that.
So then I started saying dead ass, and I swear to God, she must have said low key like 50 times. She'd be like, low key. I think that like this person, blah, blah, like low key, and I'm like, so what happens on high key?
For real.
Yeah, like low key. Like
you think about it, we've all been like today they say bro. These kids in the locker room. I mean it's bro. Bro. It's everything's bro.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts. And I think back to us, we had like dude and man.
Yeah.
We used to be like, dude. So our parents were probably like, oh,
well,
with the dude thing.
Me though, I was before you guys. I had rad and gnarly.
Oh yeah.
And they actually came back.
Yeah.
So making a run.
No cap.
4 decades later.
Yeah, fucking gnarly, bud. Gnarly.
No cap.
Yeah.
No cap.
No cap. On that note.
Dead ass. We out.
Crazy.
Thanks for listening.
6, 7.
6, 7. 6, 7.
Mama say it's a new day song.
Seeing your arrow vanish in the dark is pure adrenaline. Nocturnal makes it clear. Bright, tough, and dead simple to use. Low light or last light. Track your shot all the way through. Shoot Nocturnal.
Some call it out on the trail. I like to call it the road less traveled. The kind of place where the going gets tough. That's where Tracker Off-Road comes in. Made for those who won't back down. Tracker Off-Road delivers the hardest working machines with the greatest capability at the strongest value in the industry. Built by those who know what it takes and designed for those who don't turn back. Tracker is dedicated to delivering machines that let you get the most out of your day and your dollar. Ready to take on your next adventure? Go with Tracker Off-Road.
Accuracy isn't optional. It's survival. Carbon Express arrows are built for serious hunters chasing clean kills and confidence in every shot. Across the Midwest or all through Alaska, it does not matter. Hunt hard and shoot straight. Carbon Express.